Hello there and welcome back to our channel on this beautiful sunny day. Oh my goodness, I just have to tell you all about the incredible news that has been buzzing around Port Charles lately. I have been watching this show for what feels like a lifetime, and there is nothing quite like the feeling of an old favorite coming back home to warm your heart. Kelly Kruger is officially counting down the days until her grand debut on General Hospital, and let me tell you, I am just tickled pink about it. This week, the lovely actress, who is stepping into the iconic shoes of Serena Baldwin, took to social media to share her very first official air date. And heavens to Betsy, it is so much closer than any of us ever thought. If you are anything like me, you are probably marking your calendars and setting your alarms right this very second, because this is one emotional homecoming you will not want to miss for all the tea in China. Just last month, the wonderful folks over at General Hospital confirmed that they were bringing Serena Baldwin back to our television screens. Now, for those of us who've been tuning in for decades and have watched these families grow, that name holds so much precious history. Serena is, of course, the darling daughter of the legendary Scott Baldwin and our beloved eccentric Lucy Coe. I can still clearly remember the days when little Serena was running around, bringing so much joy, laughter, and drama to her parents' lives. It has been a whole decade since we last saw her sweet face in Port Charles, and my heart just swells thinking about how much she has grown and what kind of strong, independent woman she has become. The decision to bring her back is just a breath of fresh air, and I truly believe it is going to add such a rich, comforting layer of family history back into the daily drama we love so much. We all know that Carly Schroeder did a wonderful job playing Serena back in the day, bless her heart. She really made that character her own, and we will always cherish those sweet memories of her time on the show. But time marches on, as it always does in life, and the producers decided it was time to find a new leading lady to take on this legacy role. They looked far and wide and ended up bringing in the incredibly talented Kelly Kruger. Many of you might recognize her from her wonderful days on The Young and the Restless. I have always thought she had such a bright, captivating presence on screen, and I just know deep down in my bones that she is going to fit right in with our Port Charles family. It is always a little nerve-wracking when a beloved character is recast, but I have a really good feeling about this one, like welcoming a new neighbor who you just know is going to become a dear friend. So, how exactly does our sweet Serena find her way back to the bustling streets of Port Charles after all these years? Well, from what I have seen in the recent previews and gathered from the grapevine, it is none other than her mother, Lucy Coe, who brings her back into the fold. But it is not just a simple, happy family visit. Oh no. It seems that Lucy makes a frantic, panicked phone call to her daughter, begging for her help. You know our Lucy, she is always getting herself into some kind of wild scrape, especially with all the chaos happening over at Deception right now. I can just picture Lucy pacing the floor in her fabulous high heels, her mind spinning a mile a minute, realizing that the only person she can truly rely on in her moment of desperate need is her own flesh and blood. That mother and daughter bond is something so special, and wild horses could not keep Serena away when her mama is in trouble. Just the other day, Kelly Kruger shared the most heartwarming update on her social media, and I could just feel her genuine excitement radiating right through the screen. She posted a lovely message asking everyone who was ready to meet Serena. She announced that it is officially happening and that her very first day on the air will be July 30th. I just love how much she appreciates the fans and how she includes us in her joy. She mentioned how she hopes we love the character as much as she does, and you can tell she is pouring her whole heart and soul into this performance. It is so refreshing to see an actress so genuinely humbled and thrilled to be part of a show with such a rich, beautiful legacy. She even said she feels like the luckiest person in the world to work with the amazingly talented cast and crew of General Hospital, and that kind of gratitude just warms my soul. The 30th of July is going to be a day to remember. I just know it. I have already told all my friends at my weekly card game that I will be glued to my television set that afternoon with a nice glass of iced tea in hand, ready to welcome Serena back. I can only imagine the kind of dramatic, sweeping entrance the writers have cooked up for her. Will she burst through the doors of Deception, ready to take charge, and save her mother from whatever disaster is looming? Or will she quietly slip back into town, observing the changes before making her powerful presence known? Whatever the case may be, Kelly Kruger has signed a contract, which means Serena Baldwin is going to be putting down roots in Port Charles for the foreseeable future. We are going to have plenty of time to get to know this new, grown-up version of the character, and I am just so eager to see her journey unfold. Now, you know how we all love a good sweeping romance in our soap operas, and the rumor mill has been working overtime lately. The fans have been buzzing all over, trying to guess which handsome gentleman in town might catch Serena's eye. Port Charles certainly has no shortage of eligible bachelors, but there is one name that keeps popping up in all the excited chatter. Just this week, a brand new character named Dr. Tristan Roberts, played by the dashing Dean Grier, made his very first appearance on the show. And let me tell you, the possibilities are just sizzling. People are already whispering that this handsome new doctor might just be the perfect match for Lucy and Scott's spirited daughter. It is always so much fun to play matchmaker from the comfort of our living rooms, isn't it? Dr. Tristan Roberts is quite the mystery right now, but he certainly has that classic rugged charm that just makes you want to know more about him. When he first walked onto the screen, I thought to myself, well, now here is a man who is going to stir up some serious feelings in this town. The idea of pairing a brilliant, handsome doctor with the fiery, independent Serena Baldwin just sounds like a match made in soap opera heaven. I can clearly see them bumping into each other at the hospital, maybe sharing a tense moment over a cup of terrible hospital coffee, only for sparks to fly. It is the kind of classic romantic story that we have all grown up watching and loving. But hold on to your hats, my friends, because there is a massive twist coming that nobody saw coming. It turns out that a simple, sweet romance is not exactly what the writers have in store for us this time around. The latest whispers suggest that Tristan and Serena might not be strangers after all. In fact, the story is leaning towards the shocking revelation that these two have a deep, complicated, and incredibly intense past together. When I heard this, my jaw just about hit the floor. It changes everything we thought we knew about her sudden return. This is not just a case of two beautiful people meeting for the first time in Port Charles. This is a story about unfinished business, buried secrets, and a history that is coming back to haunt them both. I absolutely love when a show gives us a juicy secret like this to chew on. It just makes the daily viewing so much more exciting. The really wild part of this storyline is that their past together is not just a simple youthful fling. The rumors are saying that whatever happened between Tristan and Serena in the past is turning into a full-blown, terrifying obsession in the present. Oh my goodness, the sheer drama of it all. I can just imagine the intense emotional scenes we are going to get. Serena coming back to town to help her mother, only to be confronted by a ghost from her past who simply cannot let her go. It makes you wonder what exactly went down between them all those years ago. Was it a passionate love affair that ended in terrible heartbreak? Or was it something darker, something that Serena has been trying to run away from all this time? The suspense is simply delicious. This kind of shocking revelation is going to send absolute ripples through the entire town of Port Charles. Think about how our dear Lucy Coe is going to react when she finds out that the man treating patients at the hospital has a dangerous obsession with her precious daughter. Lucy's already a bundle of nerves with everything going on at Deception, and this is going to send her right over the edge. She will fight tooth and nail to protect Serena, that is for sure. And what about Scott Baldwin? Oh, Scott is not going to take this lying down. If he gets even a whiff that some doctor is harassing or obsessing over his little girl, he will go on the warpath. I am honestly so excited to see Ken Schreiner sink his teeth into protective father mode. He always plays those scenes with such incredible passion. I really appreciate when the writers dive deep into the emotional and psychological struggles of the characters, rather than just giving us surface-level drama. Dealing with an obsessive figure from your past is a heavy, emotional burden. I think this storyline is going to give Kelly Kruger a wonderful opportunity to show off her acting chops right out of the gate. We are going to see Serena grappling with fear, anger, and maybe even a lingering, twisted affection for Tristan. It is going to be a very complex dynamic, and I think it will resonate with a lot of folks who understand how messy and complicated human relationships can truly be. It is not always black and white, and Navigating those gray areas is what makes these stories so compelling to watch day after day. At the end of the day, amidst all the shocking twists and dangerous obsessions, what really draws me into this story is the core theme of family. We all know what it means to drop everything when a loved one calls for help, just like Serena is doing for Lucy. That fierce, unbreakable bond between a mother and her child is something so universally understood. As a mother and a grandmother myself, I can completely understand Lucy's desperate need to have her daughter close when her world is falling apart. And I can also understand Serena's willingness to walk into a storm to protect the woman who gave her life. It is these genuine, heartfelt family connections that keep us coming back to General Hospital year after year, decade after decade.